Hi there, Aquarius. Happy New Year. This is your weekly. I'm going to be doing these weekly now. Collective readings. So the length may shorten to about 15-20 minutes. That's the goal because I will be doing these weekly instead of bi-weekly from now on. And we're going to spend about 5 minutes on first your career and finance outlook for the general population, get some advice for you, and then we will focus on relationship reading. Please keep in mind, as this is a general reading, it may not apply to your situation. And also, yeah, it'll be changing. So I may tune into different Aquarius collectives each time. So we'll see. Take only what resonates. Never let tarot or any other readings take away from what you know to be true. Okay? Your intuition is your inner guide, your ultimate guide. Okay? Listen to that higher self. Aquarius, I have to say, right now I feel a general blockage in your energy, in your throat. So some of you may be, unfortunately, because you are communicators, but you are experiencing some sort of blockage with that, whether it's speaking up for yourself or others, or saying what you really need and want. But we'll find out. Let's see, Spirit, what is Aquarius's collective forecast for the next week when it comes to their career? And some of you may just be getting back to work, huh? All right. Helper. All right, so message from Spirit, if you are a helper, like you enjoy helping others, avoid giving too much of yourself while neglecting your own needs. Consider careers in customer service or any field you're able to care for others. Do not fear asking for help or accepting help if someone is willing to give you a hand. All right, so you are, if you are a helper, if you have that desire, please make sure that you take care of yourself too, okay? We see growth here in your finances. Expect good news in money matters, a raise or a new job offer. Woohoo! Money will soon start flowing to your business, promising opportunities awaiting. Love that for you guys. May it come true, okay? Motivator. What a motivator that is, by the way, right? Promise of growth. Okay, motivation. There is a skill you possess that needs to be shared with the world. Consider a career in coaching, speaking, lobbying, activism, or mentoring. You may be in need of motivation yourself or needing inspiration. So motivation may be a factor in your life, your career life at this time. And last but not least, we have real estate. Build a solid foundation prior to building several stories above it. That's true. That's how we get tower moments, when we don't do that, right? Also, consider a career in real estate, interior design, architecture, or any home business. So if you've been thinking about that, this is a sign, okay? It's time to go back to basics to strengthen your finances. Absolutely. Start from the bottom and then go up. Back of the deck, we have new money. Something new you've been working on will be very profitable. What a wonderful omen for your new year, Aquarius. All right. So let's just slip in there. Let's see something quickly. I want to get some advice for you. For those of you who are seeking advice when it comes to career finances, let's get just a quick spread of advice for you, okay? From Spirit. Spirit, what is your advice for the general Aquarius collective when it comes to money, finances, career? Oh, you guys, wow. What a spread this is. Okay, here's the thing. In the back of your mind, you are looking for it all. The 10 of Cups, you want, stability. You want that home. You want that family life. You want a career that sees you for all of your beautiful potential. But where you're at right now is not. Okay, you're in your head. You're letting your fears run you. I see the 4 of Swords, the Devil, and the 9 of Swords, which means you're too much in here, not enough action, okay? So once you strategize a plan, instead of allowing the devil inside of you, which is overthinking, over strategizing, and over just like, oh God, overworking your own brain, start doing, okay? Start doing something about it. Take little steps. Some of you might be perfectionists. Things don't have to be perfect for them to work. What is your advice for those who are stuck in their head, stuck in a cycle of constant overthinking when it comes to their career or money, Spirit, for Aquarius? That's some great advice. Wow. You got to end this cycle. You got to end this overthinking cycle. 8 of Swords and the Death card. Stop. Stop. And remember what I said? Do. Start acting. The Knight of Wands. Act upon those thoughts that you have. At night, you know, your brain is probably over processing and then you dream about it. That's what I'm seeing. You have dreams that are related to your career or money. Those dreams can serve as guides, okay? Meaning our subconscious is trying to work things out for us. It's trying to help us out, okay? Maybe your spirit team is sending you messages in your sleep. When you wake up, what is the first thing that you remember? Write it down before you look at your phone. Before you look at your phone, before all of it vanishes, there might be a clue in there. But what I'm seeing is once you take steps forward, following your inner drive, your inner passion, man, that Knight of Wands is telling me all you really need to do is step forwards. You will go towards this 9 of Pentacles. Right now, yeah, you're stuck in this muck of confusion. The 4 of Swords is right behind it, and we saw it before. That 7 of Cups is saying in order to get out of that confusion, you need to take steps, okay? Write things down, plan it out, strategize. All right, so let's move ahead into your romantic life in general. Let's see how you guys are doing. I'm going to use the Pop of Love deck, and then we have some Intuitive Kev decks. He's great. I really enjoy his readings. I learn a lot from them. And thank you to him. But anyway, first, let's get to this. What's going on with Aquarius? All right. Ooh, wordless. I knew it. I felt that throat communication block. Something has you feeling like there's tape over your mouth. What is going on? Words are jumbled or words were left unsaid. So maybe you're feeling an element of regret for not speaking up when you think you had the chance. Unable to speak or unwilling to say the truth. Too much, same with your career, right? Too much in their head and is unable to express their emotions rationally. Well, I know you can. I know you can, Aquarius. I know you're able to express yourself rationally. You're overthinking. That wordless card is telling me that you really want another chance to get to speak your mind, to speak the truth. Maybe there was someone out there that you had a chance with and you feel like you missed out. Spirit, let's get some clarification on that card. What's going on with Aquarius Collective? So there, let's see the back of the deck. Unsent messages. Again, blockage in communication along with wordless. It's telling me again, you had a moment where you had the opportunity to send messages and you didn't. It's never too late, okay? It's never too late to send a tactful message. This relationship, if this is pertaining to your situation, was something that made you feel very powerful. The two of you together were a power couple. Like you could see yourself experiencing perhaps lots of travel. I'm seeing travel. I'm seeing financial success. I'm seeing home success. This was a dream team of change. A reunion could create exponential growth. Highly influential and agents of change. Yeah, like you guys, I feel like you felt like whatever you associate with Emperor, Empress, they were the counterpart in your mind at least, but maybe you didn't act upon those feelings. All right, so let's get into it a little bit more with more Oracle. And this is Intuitive Kev's Kipperish deck. All right, so Spirit, what does Aquarius generally feel towards the person on their mind? What's going on here? Oh, well, you really see them as the pathway for you. But gosh, whatever happened, it's left you, whatever you didn't act upon has left you feeling unstable inside. Yeah, I see. So there was an element of lust that you felt towards this person. You trust them. Spirit, show me something else about how they're feeling about the person on their mind. How Aquarius is currently feeling about the person on their mind. Yeah, unsent messages. Yeah, I saw emotional pain before and protection. Wow, you're really... 2 cards indicating a lot of lust, guys. Jezebel. So I don't know if you're already in a relationship, but what I'm seeing is that you are feeling a whole lot of emotional pain, and you see them as someone who you trust, someone who is innocent perhaps, someone who is protected. I don't really know why you feel this way, not yet at least, but I'm gonna ask, what is the person on Aquarius's mind? What is their current energy towards Aquarius? Okay, we have surprise. What else? Spirit? What is their energy towards Aquarius? Change, but change came, wow. Change came in the blocked position. And then we have destruction at the back of the deck. What is going on there? This is interesting. Tell me more, Spirit. Can you clarify change and surprise? Jealousy and envy. Maybe this is someone that you've met at work, or maybe they're jealous and envious of your job. Is it possible? Yeah, there's a little bit of something here that's blocking you guys. Or blocking both of you, but blocking them for sure. Seeing you clearly. Don't know what it is. I'm gonna ask Spirit. Yeah, 7 of Swords popped up right there as I was shuffling. Okay, what does Aquarius feel towards the person on their mind? We're gonna ask this tarot deck instead. Yeah, I knew it was gonna pop up. Remember I just said 7 of Swords popped up? Well, it popped up again. That is telling. So there's an element of non-communication, ghosting. You're not talking about the love that you feel for them. Page of Cups. You're holding back, and we already saw that. All right. What does the person on Aquarius's mind feel towards Aquarius, Spirit? Love, 2 of Cups, mutuality. They see you very clearly. They know that they love you. The Ace of Cups at the back here. All right. Well, what is blocking? What is blocking Aquarius's person from coming towards Aquarius? We're gonna ask that question instead. Childhood. Wow, it got really heavy. First of all, I asked what is blocking, and the thing is, I see emotional manipulator out here, and either kids are involved or an element of childhood trauma might be at play. I do see divine partner at the back. Don't know if one of you is already taken or if this is a person that you had a commitment with and there was some sort of ending. Tell me more. What is blocking the union between Aquarius and their person? What or who? So I feel like you guys might have actually already had a union, right? And I think we saw that great source of power, but it's over now. This Six of Cups is pointing to something in the past. Both of you perhaps tried to manifest different things in this relationship. We have the Magician card. Maybe you were not on the same page. Blocking of the emotions is something that is at play here, because I see legal issues and Queen of Swords back here. And again, an element of one person feeling like they were being maybe manipulated, because the energy vampire is back here. So that's either like someone who is narcissistic in nature or has a lot of narcissistic tendencies. I know we overuse that word, but when I see emotional manipulation and the energy vampire card, it generally points to that. But again, like the past is blocking you guys. That's very interesting. It's very interesting that the past is a block. Whatever happened, whatever ending ensued. Again, I do see the Ten of Swords popping up. So this is someone with whom you had an ending, but well, tell me, what's in their recent past between Aquarius and their person? Yep, there it is again. I knew it. Ten of Swords. There was an ending. And there were secrets involved. Shit. Okay, there were secrets. Trash box came out there. Deception. There was some deception. Spirit, what is Aquarius? I'm just going to ask, what is Aquarius wanting to share with their person? What are they wanting to tell their person? You still have a lot of passion for them. And yeah, you feel like justice hasn't quite played out properly in this relationship. You really have desire for them still. And you're looking for some sort of justice, whether it's in the legal system or the court system, if this is like a divorce or something like that. Spirit, what is your advice for Aquarius for the next week regarding this situation? Self-love. Yeah, Temperance. We have Temperance at the back of the deck, and we have the Empress coming out. The Empress is not someone who acts on their acts outwardly on what they want to express. All those like tangled up throat chakra feelings, like you might have pain here, or tenderness or soreness, or like your voice maybe is hoarse. Express your love, passion, lust in other ways, meaning not towards a person, but towards yourself. Give yourself that dose of tenderness. Maybe take yourself out for a nice dinner or evening. I don't know. I want to say something fun, you know, like do something that brings you joy. If you do have children together, spend some time with your children. Spend some time with your family, you know, like your people that make you feel like family. This person might have been and might still be a divine partner to you, but at this time, Spirit is not advising that you go out there and make any moves. Now, instead of holding back all that expression of love and passion and sentiment, maybe and nostalgia, use that to create something, okay? Make your house your home, or wherever you're dwelling right now. Make your job your passion. Not saying avoid what's in your heart, but for the time being, work on things that make you feel like this Empress. And you can be a man. This does not have to apply to only women, by the way, okay? It's gender neutral, all right? So what else is your advice for Aquarius at this time? Yeah, the Hermit. You really need to get a hold of those thoughts that you're having, the like loops that you're going in. Try to, instead of looping like that, try to pinpoint what exactly it is that the problem is, and maybe write down some options for solutions. And then meditate on it. Think about it. Like, you really need to go within to find these solutions first, okay? Not what went wrong, not, well, oh my God, how's my person feeling? But like things that you can learn from the situation. Once you have that clear, okay, once you have that clear in your head, then you can venture forth with that Knight of Swords, like truth, right? You're going to have a truth bomb and you're going to know what to do. You're going to offer some sort of collaborative work, either with the person on your mind or within your workspace, within your friend space, within your community space. Three of Pentacles. There's going to be something that you can do that will help mitigate this like pent up energy. Now, those beautiful feelings, that Six of Cups, that like nostalgia and like romantic, you know, partnership energy that you have inside of you, that is beautiful. And Spirit's not like denouncing you for having them. It's just right now, it's not the time to express it towards the person on your mind. Spirit, what do you see happening in the near future between Aquarius and the person on their mind? Truth. But it's held back. Yeah. But here's the thing. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. So this truth and clarity, right, will either create a boundary between you and your person, but a healthy boundary, okay? Or you're going to see your person in a way that sheds so much light that you're going to be like, my guards are up now and I cherish my own heart. And I kind of feel that more for this situation, because this is you, the Nine of Cups. You're both going to be in a place where you're satisfied with your lives in an independent kind of way, independent energy. Nines are all about the self, independence, self-sufficiency, abundance, like feeling, and the cups are about abundance, right? So you feel abundant on your own terms, in your own space, in your own home. You're going to probably build that Empress energy up to the point where you're like, I deserve so much more than what I was able to harness in that situation, okay? It was a mouthful. All right, so I do want to get one more card for you. Yeah, we'll get one of these abundance activation cards. Let's get some advice for Aquarius, please, Spirit. Wow, that's a lot of advice. When I said some, I should have been more clear. One card of advice, Spirit. I'm just laughing at their jokes. Sometimes I gotta say, I'll have conversations with Spirit where I'll try to argue my way out of things and it just doesn't let me. Wealth is everywhere. Okay. Seeing the abundance that is. All right. So yeah, this is about gratitude, guys. Instead of focusing on lack, recognize the abundance that is already there. Abundant wealth is available to me now and always. Absolutely. You know what? You can screenshot this card. And I also recommend like saying that affirmation, but being very specific with it. Like, what does abundance mean to you? You know, one of my teachers, she always mentions that, like law of assumption teacher, she always mentions that we can be abundance in lack as well. Like, we can have a weird, definite, like we can trick ourselves into thinking that like our debt is an abundance. Like, oh, I have an abundance of bills. Oh, and I've an abundance of debt. Oh, and I've an abundance of bad luck. Like, make sure you say, and very specifically, what abundance means to you. Use that when you're trying to practice, or when you are practicing, excuse me, laws of abundance, laws of assumption, laws of attraction, and any type of behavioral cognitive therapies, okay? So for those of you, I do want to do quickly, that was very much like old love, right? For those Aquarians who are single, and I'm so sorry I didn't spend more time on this, as it is a new year, and I want you to be happy with new love too. For those of you who have no desire to go back to your old person, or who are over their past, what prospects do you see for Aquarians who are truly single and ready to find someone new? Okay, so Spirit is already telling me this message is not for you. Right now, you pulled the Five of Pentacles. So that's until, wow. It irks me when I ask for something like that, and Spirit's like, we're not talking about that. We're talking about people who feel currently left out in the cold when it comes to matters of romance, of the heart, of relationships. Five of Pentacles. So this message has not been for, if you're still watching this, yeah, you probably aren't, right? Those of you who are watching this, you do still feel like you're left out, shut out. Until you really see, like, Justice and Ace of Swords. This is all about clarity. Until you see things clearly as they are, you are not going to be introduced to a new person at this time, because it will not work, right? You'll only attract people who are at your energy. And if you're in that Five of Pentacles energy, that is not a mood for new love. You need to go back down to the basics here. Page of Swords. Start learning. Start, I really wanted to say, like, immersing yourself in elements that reignite that belief in having a mutual partnership, that is healthy, okay? And then when that happens, you will have this connection, the lover's connection. This is going to be your choice. You're going to be faced with, like, hey, what am I actually looking for? What is that clarity that I find when I go into hermit mode and look at myself? What do you see? That's what Spirit's saying is your call. All right. So actually, I'm just going to hold this up, because this is this is obviously Beauty and the Beast, and I never got it before. But yeah, this is all about love as a choice. Your next relationship, whether it's the former partner or a new partner, that is going to be your choice, but you won't have that. You won't even be given that opportunity until this aligns itself, until you are aligned mentally. Okay. All right. Well, that's what I have for you. Good luck, Aquarius. And let me know in the comments, like, share, whatever, just try to communicate. I also do offer personals. So if you're interested, icanbecoaching.com under the services section. Cheers.